Having just gone through it from a young age and up until this point as well, I feel like it's an important issue to touch on, particularly through film. I mean, even just watching both films tonight, like I feel like film is a very good medium to showcase important issues through. Even more so than just being, films for entertainment. I feel like it's really good to shine a light on important issues, to showcase to the world and help them get through it, or help them understand what it's like for people who are going through issues like that. So
thank you for sharing that. And what was the biggest challenge that you had in making the film?
Probably for me, I think it was budget. You can have a great story and everything, but you just encounter so many issues through the whole filmmaking process. And for me, for Lost Focus, that was my first kind of big film so far. Learning about the whole process, how long everything takes, from casting to planning to filming to editing. It's a huge process. So probably budget was a tricky one for me, but I'm really thankful to have gotten a really good cast together. I think that was my greatest blessing through all of this, just to have a wonderful cast to work with and really bring those characters alive that I've written.
Thank you, and you did really well, and obviously you overcame the challenges, and you find like that, did that make you feel, make more creativity to think outside the box to make the story happen?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like even if you don't have a big budget for a film, if you have a really good story and you just find creative ways to kind of show that, like particularly even like with a lot of the shots that Marshall and I kind of created together, I feel like helped tell the story. So, maybe it wasn't as glitzy or glam as some movies can be, but just finding a way to tell a story through even the picture or through the shot that you use, or particularly even through like an actor. And just, I feel like my favorite moments in films are when actors can just have their time without lines even, and you just see everything through their eyes.
Congratulations! I really enjoy watching the film. So as it's like, it's based on a family, who do you really, really want to see this film? Like, who's your target?
Hi, thank you for that question. It is a good one. So I feel like for me, in terms of mental health being shown in films, there tends to be a focus on providing a way out for people who have mental illness, which I feel like is really important in today's age, given how many people are going through mental illness, to have a way to sort of get out of that situation. And I think that's really important, and usually that's what I tend to do with my films. But for Lost Focus, I kind of wanted to make this more for people who don't have mental illness, particularly the way that I ended the film. I kind of wanted it to sort of mirror what it is in real life for people who are touched by people who've got, who've committed suicide. I feel like for many people it comes as quite a shock. They never really see it coming, and that's kind of why I ended Lost Focus the way I did. Whereas you sort of feel like maybe it's the grandfather whose funeral it's going to be at the end, but it actually is Samuel who was the lead in the film. I wrote it more for people who don't have mental illness, just so they can kind of get an idea that sometimes you don't know who is around you, you don't know what everyone is going through, and everybody is going through something. That's why it's so important to be kind to everyone, or look out a bit closer at people, ask them how they're doing a bit more, because nobody wants to have to go through what you know, Tom and what that family went through at the end, is having no idea what their son was going through, and it's not always easy to see. I guess have a bit more awareness and to look out for people a bit more and be a bit kinder.
Very, very well put, like well said, very, very important. I think everybody really look through people, not really like in depth, because we all going through stuff. It's very hard to be open and talk about stuff. And I think the worst part when you're going through hard moments that you feel embarrassed, that you feel like a burden. Nobody wants to feel like a burden, and then people tend to block themselves. And they tend to hide, and the more they hide, the worse it gets. So it's very important that people actually put their hands up and say, hey, are you okay? Do you want to talk? And actually mean it. Yeah, so I'm glad you made that for the people to be more aware of the people around them. And any words of inspiration for any filmmakers in the room?
There's a few in the room actually. I guess just go for it. You know, like particularly when I was first creating this film, Marshall knows, but I had so many issues, even before casting and even after casting, with just, you know, with the production, and I had so much stress. I was like, I don't know if I can even make this. I'm just so stressed out. I don't know how we're gonna do it. And thankfully he was like, no, you just got to go through with it now. So, and I'm so glad that I did, you know, just to meet my beautiful cast and to work with them was one of the greatest experiences I've had so far. And I'm so thankful for that.
Cut!
Yeah, but if he says whatever, I don't know. Because then I'm not getting the last word, I don't know. I reckon I'll follow him.
Well, Daddy's last test actually.
So we have Grandma and Grandpa on the floor here.
Danny? Dance floor, okay.
Mum, can you get the camera? Tom, are you coming?
Alright, Alan, we're gonna do the same for you. Hold on. Hold on, we need it. It's not even focused. Alright.
Thank you so much for sharing, for making the film, telling the story, and for sharing the stories. I think the stories behind the stories are just